Ah, we're back. Today, actually, it's something that's just been, everyone's just tagging this game. They're all arguing still over whether this game is technically, this game is not a true sandbox. In fact, Star Wars Galaxies was still more of a sandbox than this. Because this game has more sandbox elements, but it doesn't have the sandbox feel, because you don't get to experience any of the... Well, that was weird. It was kind of jerky right there. You don't get to experience the sand park elements. Sandbox elements. Sand park, that's what we should call this. It's a sand park. It's a theme park and a sandbox. But we're going to watch this quick clip.
A firefly sting. That's what they called the birthmark on your arm when you were a child. But occasionally, it would flare up, producing its own light, and you saw the worried looks it got. Its bizarrely regular shape would gleam on your skin like a torch. You'd never met anyone else with one. You never even heard about anyone else with one. The land of your birth was filled with legends. The library expedition, the 12 adventurers who'd found the birthplace of the world. The resulting exodus from Auroria, the northern continent. The settling of what is now Nuya. But in all the legends, there is no mention of anyone with a gold rune-like mark on their arm. It was a perfect anomaly.
I can't believe this is the story. Okay. And Ion, I was the 13th Empyrean Lord. We were all the 13th Empyrean Lord. This is one of those games where we now all have the same stupid mark. I'm getting so... I know I'm not the only one that says it, but we're all just getting so sick of this repetitiveness. We're all this one special person. Oh.
When Marion caused the golden mark to flare on your arm, your muscles trembled. Memories flashed dizzyingly before your eyes. It was easy to assume they were your own life, but you soon saw grand cities unlike anything on Nuya. It was as though you were looking out through someone else's eyes. As that person purchased fish in a marketplace, a mirror in a nearby booth reflected her face. A chestnut-haired young woman with milky skin and the refined features of a noble. The memory vanished as quickly as it had begun, leaving you unsteady. You wondered if Marion had caused you to see it, but she betrayed no knowledge of it. You'd always heard that when they died during the destruction of Auroria, the members of the library expedition passed their memories to the survivors of their races. Although time had faded those memories, some especially skilled individuals could recall them. Because the Aurorans passed through the hereafter on the way to safety during the Exodus, it was said that the goddess Nui's memories could be felt especially strongly. Before the journey had transformed her to the goddess Nui, she had been a charity-minded noblewoman named Diana. Your golden mark burned. Another memory appeared. A charming, hooded vagrant begging for food.
This story's going to be the death of me. Examine the body. Alright, I gotta go over here. Let's do this. Now they're both this way. Alright, let's go. Yo, boy. Get on my level.
The more Marion spoke of Lucius, which she did often, crediting him with the carnage you saw, the more memories seemed to fill your head. It was clear they were Iana's. she apparently used her family's wealth to run a soup kitchen for the city's poor. You saw the smiling vagrant begging for food from the soup kitchen every day, and heard Iana eventually chastise him for being able-bodied but relying on charity. With a laugh, he handed her 2 tickets to a play in a local theater. As more memories flashed, you shared Iana's realization that this man was Lucius Quinto, a famous playwright. Could this be Merian's Lucius? What kind of playwright could commit such carnage? Especially one who seemed so charming.
I have no clue. This story is not unique. Alright, let's just go. And it's supposed to do something. Make oh, here we go. Whoa, what happened to me? This looks important. Let's talk like idiots. And have annoying Skype messages. Okay, I'll admit that was kinda awesome. I'm going to blow up Skype. Okay. If Skype goes off one more time, guys, I don't even know what I'm gonna do. Alright. Report to some dude over here. Alright, let's do this. There's a town over there. YOLO. Oh wait, there's fall damage. Carnivorous bee. That does not sound pleasant. No, no thank you. Goodbye. Okay, there's another one. Let's kill off some of these bees because they're pestering me. And yes, while they haven't even come near me yet. Point. They're not that smart. The faster they fly and the closer they fly to me, the sooner my spell is gonna hit them to kill them. Oh, Lord. Okay. We're gonna probably end this episode here. Let's go kill some stuff. Kill some sheep ranch bees. Alright, so we are done for now. And thank you very much for watching. And we'll be right back with more from Archeage.